St. John the Philosopher here. As the 20th anniversary of 9/11 approached, I was not okay. 9/10 was a rough day for me. I was way more emotional than I thought I would be, and just about everything I watched or read that day nearly reduced me to tears. From the 911 call from one of the heroes aboard Flight 93, to the stories of family members recounting their final conversations with loved ones. It all just hurt. And it seemed a fresh sort of hurt, too. I could only surmise that the disastrous retreat from Afghanistan had torn open old wounds and left me feeling raw and exposed. I suppose the best word to describe my feeling on September 11, 2001, and the day just before its 20th anniversary was defeated. As I remember it, we all kind of felt that way. Just a handful of men, armed only with ill intent, a few box cutters, and a few hours in a flight simulator in Florida, had done what no enemy power had ever accomplished, and struck America in the heart. Not only had we lost fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, and friends to the terrible act itself, but whatever feeling of safety we had as a superpower, as rich in freedom as we were in dollars, was buried under 2 million tons of rubble in the middle of Lower Manhattan. Friday, September 10th, 2021, felt that way again. Surely not as intense, certainly not with the stark reality of such vast death behind it as on the day, but the same in its own way, like the hot flash you get when tweaking a once forgotten old injury. But the next day, I went to a wedding, and the tears in my eyes were very different. I beamed with pride as a young man I watched grow up married a beautiful young lady. I hugged his parents, good friends for many years that we had missed spending time with recently. And I chatted with his sister, who was herself a newlywed, and lamented not being able to attend her ceremony, which was during the height of the pandemic. Her answer was, "Well, you'll just have to have 2 weddings worth of fun today." And after a lovely Sunday morning church service, I joined Tony Colombo, Katie Fitzpatrick, and Joey V from Newstalk STL at the Taste in Ferguson event, and that's when it hit me. You see, this 9-year-old event is the culmination of a great deal of work by the McGartlands and the Lipkas, 2 local families that turned the loss of their children into the inspiration for something that has changed lives. Not only does their annual festival bring the Ferguson and many other North County communities together for good food, good music, and good times, but the event raises money for the Robbie McGartland and Samantha Lipka Memorial Scholarship Fund. So from the midst of ugly tragedy, these people looked around at what remained and built a beautiful tribute. Out of their grief, they embraced community. As much as we all had been feeling that 9/11 pain, events like the Taste in Ferguson lived in the 9/12 mindset, when we all hugged our loved ones a little tighter, held more gratitude for everything we had in life, extended to our neighbors a little more grace, and looked with more enthusiasm for ways to help one another. Unity across all of our imagined societal lines was the order of the day on 9/12, and for a brief little while, it was glorious. For years, we used to poo-poo the 9/10 thinking, living in the naivete of the world prior to the day the towers fell. It's an important distinction, but as much as we must never forget 9/11, I think we all would do well to try and remember 9/12. Tell me what you think of this video. What do you remember about the world on the day after 9/11? How might we do better at finding that 9/12 unity today? Discuss in the comments. In the meantime, be sure to like, subscribe, and share for more videos on religion, culture, and politics. That's all for today. Goodbye, God bless, and we'll see you in another video.